I was once told that money can simply be just printed, right? That the Federal Reserve and the banks and the government, they, have their fancy meetings and stuff like that, and then they just approve it. And then you see those industrialized big printers, and you see a lot of dollar bills being printed out of the blue. Is that truly the process of how money is created? If you're wondering if that's accurate or not, then keep on watching. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode at Nora Rice Invest. If this is your first time tuning into this channel, well, let me tell you, this is your channel for real estate education. So today we're going to talk about money creation. What exactly drives it, and is it really a difficult process to do? In part, there is some truth to the fact that yes, money is being printed out, but in reality, we want to know what exactly is driving it. And for that, we're going to go straight into the tablet. So now that we're here, how exactly is money created? Very simple. It's created by your demand for it. It's just as simple as that. Yes, I know it might be hard to believe, but just like that, it's created out of the blue because there's a demand for it. But it wasn't always this way. So traditionally, this is how the money or the flow of money was created, right? So we have, let's say, for example, John Doe right here. So we have John Doe. And John Doe has $10, right? And he just simply wants to put it in the bank, right? The rates are great, whatever, and that's awesome. So he goes to the bank and says, hey, I want to give you my $10. And that stays there for now, right? But then there's another person that comes into the equation, and her name is Jane Doe. So Jane Doe comes in and she said, hey, I want to invest in real estate and I need you to lend me $9, right? And the bank is thinking, oh, I have $10 and I know that there's a minimum of a reserve that needs to be met. And so the reserve is only $1, right? Per the Fed, I need to keep $1 in my account, but I can borrow $9 out to Jane Doe. And Jane Doe is not only going to have to pay me my $9 back, but she's also going to pay me interest. And the interest right here is how money is created. So Jane has the demand now for money, and because she had that demand for money, she also has to pay the price for it, and the price is interest rate. So she needs to create interest. How? Well, that'll be up to her, whether it's working and paying out of her pocket or just simply taking that from the rent that she gets to collect in the event that she does rent out the property. So that's the traditional way. But things have changed tremendously over the years thanks to technology. Now we live in a very digital world, and things can be created just like this out of thin air, including money. So what's happening today thanks to digital world, right? So digital. So let's say, for example, we have John Doe here again. So we have John Doe, and John Doe saw a property for $200,000 and he loved it and he wants to buy it. And he goes to the bank, right? And he goes, hey, I need you to lend me $200,000. And the bank gets creative and they're thinking, you know what? I don't have the money, but no problem. I can lend you that money. So they, thanks to the digital world, they create money out of the thin air and they issue you a mortgage with an IOU, right? A promise to pay. The way this works is that now John Doe is responsible for creating money because they have to repay not only the mortgage, but they also have to pay interest rates. So how does John Doe pays that money back? Same thing. That will be entirely up to him. He could either choose to work and pay the mortgage back plus interest out of his pocket, or he can just simply choose to collect rent and use the proceeds from that rent to take care of the mortgage and the interest rates. If you don't believe me, then ask yourself, when was the last time you ever saw anybody bringing cash to the actual closing? Nobody shows up with a bag or a portfolio filled with $200,000 like you see in the movies, right? You hear a lot of real estate investors saying, I can close cash, but in reality, it's because that cash is available in the bank account and everything gets transferred in a digital way. And if it doesn't happen in a digital way, well, let me tell you, at closing, an attorney will show up with a bank certified check, and that is the same process. They collect a piece of paper called a check, They can take a picture or go to their own bank. The seller can either deposit the check with a picture on their phone or just simply go to a bank and deposit that through a teller. But at no point in time the seller ever sees money being delivered to him at closing. Everything is done in a digital way, and money is just created in an instant, just like that, for every demand. And if this example is not enough, think about all the stimulus package that have been approved recently thanks to the CARES Act, right? Now, money is relatively cheap thanks to the SBA loans, and now there are a lot of business who were in need of that money. So therefore, this was just created out of the blue. The businesses, they go to a bank and they apply for an SBA loan. It gets approved. Same process. They don't get the cash right away. What they do is that they receive a deposit into their bank account, but all of that is digital. And the business, it is the business sole responsibility to create that money. They create that money by working, by opening up their business again, so that way they can have sales. And with those proceeds, they will have to make the payment, the repayment back to the SBA, and just pay back that loan with interest. And that's in essence how money is created. And I would love to hear what you think about this process. Do you believe this is true? Was it eye-opening for you? Or do you think there should be a better way to create mortgage, or if they should even be creating money this way, right? So I cannot wait to read your comment. Do not forget to hit the like button right here, and also to check out this episode right here that's going to help you complement everything you learned just today. Take care. Bye-bye.